Good afternoon, dear students. My name is Eric Perez and I will be your teacher during this mini lesson. Well, as you can see, the topic that we are going to talk today is my favorite hobby. At the end of the class, we are going to share some of the hobbies that you have. And well, let's start with the class. The first thing that I'm going to ask you is to answer the following question. Let me just open the question. Okay, so as you can see over here, it says, do you have any hobby? Yes or no? Do you know what is a hobby, first of all? Well, a hobby is something that you practice a lot, that you love to do, or you like to do in your free time. So do you have a hobby? Okay, perfect. That was good. Good opinions. Perfect. So let's go to the next part. And in the next part, we are going to watch a video that I want you to pay attention because we are going to check some questions related to this video, okay? So let me just move my camera a little bit and we are going to watch the video. Okay, so pay attention. If you can listen and read at the same time the dialogues, you can do it, and then just try to check what are the hobbies from these three boys, okay?
Hi, Meg. Welcome to our house.
Come upstairs. I'll show you my room.
Wow, you have so many dolls.
Yes, my hobby is collecting dolls. Do you have a hobby?
I like collecting glass bottles.
Really? That's very unusual. Is it expensive?
Not at all. I just keep the bottles after we use them. What about doll collecting? Is it expensive?
I guess so, but all of my dolls are presents. My parents and my aunt and uncle always give me dolls on special occasions.
Your dolls are all very different.
Yes, they're from all over the world.
I don't know why girls collect things. It's a piece of cake.
Do you have a difficult hobby, Nick?
Yes, I enjoy mountain climbing.
But Nick, there are no mountains around here.
I know. I'm in a mountain climbing club. We travel to mountains around Vietnam. In the future, I'll climb mountains in other countries too.
Perfect. So as you can see, well, there are some friends over here. And these two boys that we have, well, the girl and the boy that we have over here are inviting to this girl to their house. And well, they are talking about hobbies and all that stuff. So did you identify all the hobbies that they share? Don't tell me anything yet. Okay, we are going to go to the questions. Okay, over here, as you can see, we have to answer some questions. So the first question for you is, what is Miss Hobby? Do you remember the hobby from the girl? The girl that is invited to the house? Do you remember it? Okay, I'm not going to tell you if you are correct. We are going to check the answer, okay? Perfect. So, okay, it says she likes collecting glass bottles. Okay, that was really good, a really good answer. So you identified the answer very quickly. Then the next question. The next question says, what is Nick's hobby? Okay, so it says over here, he enjoys mountains climbing. Okay, so it was the same answer that you have. Did you identify something like that? Well, Miss was asking to Nick that if he has some kind of extreme or dangerous hobby, and then Nick answers like, well, yes, I have this this hobby, like I really enjoy mountains climbing, and then Miss says that, well, they don't live in any place that is near to the mountains. So Nick's answer that, well, and they have to travel to another place to go and climb mountains, okay? So now let's go to the next part that we have over here in this class. And well, the next part is that you are going to see some kind of questions, some kind of information that it's useful for you, and also that you can use in order to ask when you want to know about more information from this kind of topic, like talking about hobbies, okay? So as you can see over here, we have useful information. And the first question that we have over here, it says, do you have any hobby? Well, we have over here the answer, yes or no, okay? In this case, we can answer in this question with these two answers, but also we can complement your question or add more information to your question if you want to use these two words, like for example, I love dancing, I like listening to music, I prefer watching TV, and some other things. But if you answer no, well, maybe you can just say, I hate listening to music, no? Or I don't like listening to music. Then we are going to have two different questions. The first one that we have over here, that is the next one, sorry, is about for singular hobbies, okay? You can just answer one with one answer. I mean, you can just share one hobby because this is for singular. And it says, what is your favorite hobby? As you can see, it says over here, is your favorite hobby. So that means that you have to share just one hobby. And it says, my favorite hobby is, and then you can just also say, listening to music, play the guitar, and all that stuff. Okay, and then the next one is the plural form. Okay, if they ask you for the plural form, well, you need to answer more than one, or you need to share more than one hobby. Okay, so this is the question, and it says, what are your hobbies? Well, in this case, as you can see, we have are, that it's for the plurals, and then we have the word hobbies. It is not the same to say hobby in the singular form and to say hobbies in the plural form, okay? Just be careful over here when you choose these kind of questions because they are going to be really specific, okay? Then, as an answer of this last question, it says, my hobbies are, and then you need to share more than one hobby. Like for example, my hobbies are listening to music, and watching TV. You can also say my hobbies are listening to music, reading a book, playing the guitar, I don't know, swimming, and all that stuff, okay? So there must be, in the last one, there must be more than one hobby. In the second one, there will be just one hobby. Okay, so now let's practice with these questions. Okay, let's go to the next slide and we're going to see what are you going to do. So now it's your turn. You have to ask to your classmates about his or her hobby. So I'm going to go back a little bit to the questions. Then you have to choose, well, you can choose the first one or the second or the third one, but if you choose the first one, you have to complement, or at least you need to ask about a hobby, because if you choose this one, the first, some kind of, well, the possible answers that you have to this one is yes or no, so you need to ask a little bit more in order to know what is the hobby from your classmate. Okay, and if you choose, well, the second or the third one, well, just pay attention that your classmate answer according to the question, because if you ask for singular, well, your classmate must answer with singular form, or just one, mentioning just one hobby. But if you ask for a plural form, your classmate or your peer is going to answer with more than one hobby. Okay, so you're going to have just 1 minute to choose the question, then you have to ask to your classmate, and then your classmate is going to ask to you. Okay, I'm going to listen to you. Perfect. So time is up. Time is over. So we are going to go now to the next activity that you need to tell me. I hope that you remember very clear the answer from your classmates, okay? Well, there is no difficult things over here that you can forget easily. So don't worry about this. So let's go to the next part that it says, the next instruction says, share with the class your classmates' answer. So now you have to tell me and to tell us, to all the class, about the answer that you received from your classmate. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Who is going to be a volunteer? Anybody? A volunteer? Okay, so tell me. Okay, perfect. That was really good. Okay, yeah, she likes listening to music. Okay, yeah, then another one, please. Oh, it's really interesting. Yeah, she likes traveling to exotic places. Wow, that's really interesting, I think. The last one, maybe. Okay, perfect. So, okay, her favorite hobby is traveling to around the world. Well, as you can see over here, well, we have plenty of travelers here. Okay, do you have any strange hobby or risky hobby or dangerous hobby or something like that? Ah, okay, tell me. Okay, yeah, okay. Maybe that's a little bit weird and yeah, really extreme. Like to visit dangerous species like snakes and spiders and all that stuff. Okay, that's really difficult. No, really difficult. No, it's really dangerous, I think, because sometimes you can suffer something from them. Okay, but well, it's your hobby. Okay, perfect. So with this one, we realize that we can also share our hobby and or more about our personal information because this is really interesting. This is a really interesting topic when you don't know the person and then you want to ask more and then you want to have a really good conversation with that person, that's a really good idea. Okay, so try to keep in mind these things. We are going to go back a little bit to this section that is almost at the end of the class. And we are going to check the feedback, okay? Just be careful with your pronunciation. Sometimes when we don't know the alphabet, we have plenty of problems when we want to pronounce some words. So try to check again the alphabet because that will be really easy for you to express your ideas and pronounce very good the letters. For example, in this case, when we were saying love, in this one, okay, love is the correct pronunciation, not love, okay? And then we have the next one, that is this one, like. Like is the correct one, so you can just say like instead of saying like, because like is like to Spanish, like you know Spanish and then you don't know how to pronounce the words, okay? And well, just be careful over here with this one, with the last one, hobby and hobbies. Okay, hobby is just for one, and then you don't have to pronounce the S if you say, what is your favorite hobbies? It's incorrect. Okay, remember that this is for just one. So you have to say, what is your favorite hobby? And then the other one is hobbies. Hobbies. Hobby for one, hobbies for more than one. Okay, and as you can see over here, it says, what are your hobbies? You can also say, what are your favorite hobby? No, because it's incorrect. You are asking for more than one. Okay, so try to keep in mind these suggestions. And well, the next class, we are going to continue practicing with these questions because they are going to be really useful when you want to express something about your personal information. Okay, thank you so much. That will be all for today and see you tomorrow for your next class. Okay? Have a nice evening.